Hi everyone, I'm Geeta. I have overall 10 years of IT experience and 4 years of experience into corporate training. I've been part of many organizations like LatentView, Deloitte, EY, and HSBC. Currently working as a manager in HSBC, experience with multiple data and analytics tools like ClickView, ClickSense, Tableau, and currently working on Microsoft Power BI. Worked on different domains like sales, finance, HR, supply chain management, and banking. Apart from these, I do have exposure with SQL and Azure. So particularly, there are many updates we have in this month, but I will be explaining few of them. Most importantly, on the reporting side and few of the DAX expressions, DAX functions we have received in this month. So on the reporting side, we have these three main things. What I've done is to save time. I've already created few of the visuals and measures as well. I'll be using that and I'll explain the process, how to use them and what all the updates have been added this month. So first one is the dynamic format string. Power BI, this is the Power BI feature which is very helpful because if we want earlier before April 2023, we were having static dynamic formats for any measure. For example, if I'm selecting the sum of sales, I would be having for this format, I would be having till scientific. So either decimal number, whole number, these options only. We were not having dynamic. So this feature is added in this month, which is available from April 2023. So what it will do is, as the name itself saying, it is dynamic. We can create the dynamic format for the measure based on the current slicer selections and the current context, whatever the conditions we are applying on the canvas. So to make it available, first we need to update our Power BI desktop, and we have to go to this options and settings. Sorry, not this one. We have to go to the options itself. Under report settings, we will be having the preview features option. Let it open. Here we have, so there is an option called dynamic format string for measures. So these all new preview features have been added and we have to enable this, and after enabling, click OK, and we need to restart our machine for once for the first time so that whatever the preview features are already updated, those will be available. We can happily use those. For now, I've done the same process and I'm using that dynamic format string now. I just want to explain the scenario where I have the products, product wise sales. I just taken the product ID. It's a dummy data, so product ID with sum of sales. And here also I have the same value, but I'm not giving any format for this. It's just a plain value. For the sum of sales, it's a measure for which I'm going to apply the dynamic format string. So first we need to go to the measure, and in this format, earlier it was currency. Now I can select any dynamic, the dynamic format. Then it will show the whatever the default format we have for that, it will be shown. This is the default one which Power BI itself is giving us. And here, whatever the customized DAX formatting we want to write, those we can write here. For now, in my case, what I want to do is, if the value is less than a million, less than 1,000, I have to show it as it is. If it is less than million, then I have to show with K in thousands. If it is less than a billion, then it should be a million with M. So I already have a DAX syntax for that. I'm just copying this. So like this, we can have the our own customized DAX expression, which I'm going to replace over here. Click OK. And that will be applied to your measure. See, the values have been changed. Now, for the sum of sales measure, it has been changed. All the less than million values are showing now as thousands. K is 1,000. M is million. B is billions. So if it is more than a billion or equal to billion, it is showing as a billion value with all the values 2 decimal points. And for the total also it was applied. Okay, so what exactly I've written in this particular format is, uh, one second. We can check once click on the measure. If you want to change any format, that whatever the DAX syntax you've written, if you want to change something, you can select the format option here in this drop down, and here you can change. So what I have written is, I'm calling my sales value. This is my just sum of sales value. It's a simple DAX expression. And I have base format, base decimal. So base format is like with the value, no decimal points here, and 2 decimal points I'm giving here. But if you want to give only 1 decimal point, you can give only 10 here. And I've written a switch case because dynamically the value has to be checked, and the respective format should be shown in the chart. So if it is 1000 less than 1000, the number as it is I'm showing here without any with only the 2 decimal points. See here I'm concatenating the base format, which is my number, the actual value, with the dot. For example, 10.29 is there. So 10.29 is my decimal points. Up to 2 digits I'm showing without any format, like nothing is there because it is just a plain value, single value less than 1000. If it is less than a million value, all those values should come under thousands. So I'm showing with K. If it is less than billion, it's with M. M means million, B is billions. That is what I've written, and it is showing exactly. It is working exactly what I'm expecting. For example, if I want to see only this is slicer, I just added to see whether it is working correctly or not. All the values are less than a million, so all these values are showing with K. And if I want to check it is really working or not, because all are showing us K, now they have been changed. See, all the billion values have been changed to B, and millions as with M, and rest of them are K. I don't have any single value without, with less than 1000 values, so it's not showing anything of that kind. So this particular feature is very helpful. Instead of writing, the static, instead of using the static formats, we can go for dynamic one. It will ease life of the Power BI developer. Okay, this is very best feature. And the second one is on object interaction. First of all, let me tell you what is on object interaction. Before April 2023 itself, uh, this feature have been added, and few of the updates were now changed. So earlier, even this on object interaction was added. Earlier versions of Power BI Desktop, we used to have 3 panes here: this filter pane, data pane, and format pane in between. So now these 3 have been moved to this view bar where we can see filters, data, and format. Earlier we used to have only these 4: bookmark, selection, and also along with that, now they've added these 3 as well to expand the canvas size while we are developing the report. So if I want to see filters, I can click enable it. If I don't want to see, I can just close it from here. Okay, data is nothing but the fields pen which we had earlier. It will show all the tables and columns over here, the measures which we have toward the modeling. Okay, and this format is for formatting the visuals. So now I want to see format is nothing but this one. Okay, so this is showing. What the update they have done is now these 3 panes are moved to this view bar. Along with that, they had also added these features to the chart itself. The object chart is nothing but they are saying this is the object. To this object, they have added this. To make it handy, They have added all these formatting things and build visual these things to this particular object itself. So if you want to change anything, like uh, if you want to add any fields over here, you can add. If you want to change the type of the charts, you can change. By default, they are showing the top 5 charts. They're suggesting the top 5 charts which can be used in place of this chart. So if you can change, it will be changed to that particular chart. Okay. So for this, there is an update in this month. What they've done is, if the user is selecting any chart, not this one explicitly from any of these visuals, earlier it was uh, it was actually auto switching back to the default visual. But now they have prevented that, and whatever the user is selecting, that will be the final one. Okay. And we also have a format one. Here we can see the format thing, means whatever the x-axis, y-axis, if you want to add any legend. Legend is not there, but here I think we can add. Yes, here we can add the legend. If you add legend, then this values will be highlighted in this format. So you can do formatting for the legend as well. If you want to have more options, you can always, if I go for more options, now it will open the format pane. From here also you can go, otherwise from here also we can go. It will open. Okay, so here you can do, this was the earlier format pane we have, so we can always use that as well. But to make it more handy to the developer, they've added to the on object, I mean to the object itself, so that we can directly, instead of going to the format pane every time, you can do it here itself. Okay, and apart from those, there are many other things also they have added. For example, the grid lines have added here. So if you want to have add anything like this, we can see. If you right click on this one, it will show the format option. If I just clicked on the background, any place in the chart, so it will show the format grid lines or whatever the grid lines. If you want to change for new sales line, I have a new sales line, this one y-axis. So to which uh, value you want to do the formatting, those things we can select and do the formatting. Okay, it is very useful. And if I want to change the display values type, or if I want to change this any of the formatting, those can be done from here. Display units I can change. If you just double click on this, it will be uh, opened. Okay, just right click, or just right click on it, it will show the all options. And from here also we can go. So this is about the on object interaction. Actually, when the users who are using the old versions, it will take some time to get habituated to it. But definitely it is also one of the best feature I can say, because it is very handy to use. Here itself we can do all the formatting instead of going to this side there and searching for all the options where it is. If I want to go for these values, I have to search for values, and for grid lines, I have to search for it. Whatever wherever, which section I want to change, I can just double click on it and I can change here. Okay, this one is one feature. And there is one more small things only they've added, reporting wise. Earlier, we used to have tooltips with the same size across the chart. For example, if you see this one, 2012 February. See, the tooltip size is changing according to the space we have on the chart, on the canvas. So auto scale of the tooltip size based on the canvas available space is now enabled. Okay, earlier it was like the same tooltip size. If there is no canvas space also, it will be showing this much if it is having those many values. Now it is been auto scaled. And one more thing is, when we click on the page, right click on the page, it was showing only these two options. Now the paste option is available. For example, if I want to copy this chart, I just copied. See, now the paste option is enabled. Earlier it was disabled. So this one is now added. And DAX functions wise, this one is the main thing. And there is one more thing regarding the order by function. Earlier, we used to have order by function, which is accepting only the column reference values. I'll just show you the syntax where I've used. In this particular thing, I'll just explain these DAX functions, why I've used these all. But let's just concentrate on the order by function. Here I have order by function. I have given new sales. It is my measure. Okay. But earlier, what it was accepting is only the column value, column reference, not the measure. Now we have the control for giving the input data. So we can give any value, any DAX expression we can give, whether directly you can write sum of sales or any explicit measure you can pass over here along with the column. Okay. If you want to give column, you can also give that. This is one update. And there are important updates regarding the rank and row number function. These two functions are added. If you have understanding and understanding the SQL ranking functions, you better understand this one as well. So we had rank X function in Power BI till now. These two functions now added recently. Okay, in this April month. So I will just explain what are these. Ranking functions are used to sort the data and give a rank number for each row in a table based on the context, current context. So here I have product wise sales. I'm using this sales column. There is no format I've given, just for understanding purpose. So if you can clearly observe, here I have these three product sales is same. And if I want to give any ranking for these product wise sales, then based on my business requirement, I can use any of these two functions. With rank, I have two options based on the type. Type is nothing but we are telling the DAX to give the ranking based on the type which value which we are passing. For example, here I am passing as skip. See, I want to rank product name based on the ordering the sum of sales in descending order, and I have to give when there is a tie, just skip the number. What this exactly will do is I have these product names, and this is one. Obviously, this is the bigger number here, so this will be one, and one. So I'm giving one here. I had given descending order, so it is coming as one. And next one is two, again two, because these two values are same. So two, two. And the next one is three, it is skipping, giving four, because I'm saying the DAX expression to skip if there is any tie. So for one value, there is a tie for one row. That's why it is skipping one number and giving the next number. After 3, it is 4. So it is giving 4 here. When it comes to rank with dense, I'm giving dense here. Dense means it will not skip any ordering value. I have ties here. 2, 2 is there. For skip, it is giving 4. But here I'm not saying to skip. It will just give us the consecutive immediate number. How many duplicate values, how many same values we have, it doesn't matter, just give us the consecutive numbers in the ranking order. So it is just passing 1 2 2 then 3. It is not missing, it is not skipping any value here. And row number will give us a unique number for each row, irrespective of the same values or duplicate rows we have. It will always give us this unique number. So these two functions are added. in April release. So this is about the changes which I want to discuss in this demo session. Thank you.